What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So as you can see, the SRT-4 has made it back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a few things that I needed to finish up, but I was unable to at the end of the rebuild project. We're going to do a few things to completely button this thing up. One of them is a new cam sensor that was damaged in the accident. It still works, but it is cracked, so I want to put a new one on there. It was on back order. I finally got a new one in from Mopar. Secondly, I have a new set of belt moldings from Real Tune Performance. We got a set of their moldings, so I'm going to get them installed on this car. Some of these are not doing all that hot and need to be replaced. We're also going to do the 6-month oil change. It is due. And last but not least, I have a new boost gauge that we're going to put in the car. That one does not read correctly. It reads backwards. It either needs calibration or to be replaced, so I do have a new one from Chrysler for that. So we're going to get all those things knocked out and finally be 100% complete on everything that I had to do on the SRT-4. Well, that's a first. Filter isn't even tight. That's bizarre. Not overly tight. I mean, it's a proper level of tight. I've never had a filter split itself in half like that, trying to take it off with a regular oil filter wrench, but nonetheless, time to drain the pan. So guys, I did go ahead and get the Real Tune belt moldings installed. I am very happy with the fitment on them, as good as original, and the quality of these things is really nice. So if you guys have Neons or SRT-4s, definitely check them out if you've got faded or cracked, broken belt moldings. They are definitely a good replica now that we can't get them from Mopar anymore. Replacing them is fairly simple. It's just 3 clips on each molding that go into the back side of the door. I just reach down inside between the inner belt molding and the outer belt molding with a pick tool, and I'm able to pop the 3 clips and then slide the molding off. Plain and simple. It's real easy to do. These have been shown plenty of times on the internet, so I didn't record that. I also did record replacement of the cam sensor, but I lost the footage somehow. The phone did not record it, so that was quick, simple, and easy. New cam sensor installed right there with new connector pigtail. Both are good. Simple and easy to do that as well. Just remove the upper intake tube, just move it off to the side, and then the cam sensor is held into the cylinder head by 2 8mm bolts. And to replace the connector pigtail, I just used the pick tool, removed the blue insert on the center, and depinned the connector, released the log tabs on the 3 wires that are inside the plastic, and inserted the wires into the new connector. The connector pigtail kit part number from Mopar is right here. If you guys need it, you can pause and take note of that. In case your wiring is damaged, they do still make the repair kit for it, so you can go ahead and swap that out if needed. So now that all that is done, oil change is done, cam sensor's done, belt moldings are done, It is now time to hop into the inside of the SRT, and we're going to remove the upper dash pad and the A-pillar trims in order to get the boost gauge out of here. So we're going to hop on that right now and get this thing finished. The upper dash, it's really simple on these cars. The A-pillar trims pop out. They're on 3 clips on the back side. Just remove those. Be very careful not to damage or break the clips because they are discontinued and they are next to impossible to find unless you have a stockpile of them. Once that's out of the way, the dash pad is removed by 4 screws, 1 on each corner, left and right, and then 2 screws in the corners of the defroster grill, and then the dash removes. It is clipped in with clips that go into the main dash along the top over here in the center and along the top of the airbag trim over there. So it's kind of a lift and pull, and then the dash should come right out and give us access to that gauge. Just like that, the dash pad is out of the SRT-4. I did go ahead and remove the boost line here. There is a fitting that has to transfer over to the new gauge in order for it to hook up to the lines in the car. It is a 13mm fitting there, so I already went ahead and removed that and unplugged the boost gauge. The wire for the light just runs into the top of the dash right there. Got that out of the way. Now it is time to remove the gauge from its pod. It's held in by 2 9mm nuts, or whatever size those are in standard American. Get these removed from here, and then we will go grab our new boost gauge to install. Mounting hardware removed. The gauge should just slide right out of its mounting pod, like such. And now it is time to grab our new gauge. Now I know these probably aren't available anywhere anymore, but if anybody needs it, there is the part number from Mopar. And here is our new old stock SRT-4 boost gauge. So as you can see, it comes with the new wiring for the light inside and the new fitting. We just have to swap over the little connector that goes on that fitting. I may just unthread it because this didn't really want to come off the last time I was in here. So I may just swap out the fitting itself and put that on, but we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna wait to do any of this until I have those 2 nuts back in, because there is minimal access inside this to get to those nuts. I'm gonna go ahead and untangle this wire. just like that, the gauge is in, and I'm gonna need 2 hands to put these nuts back on the studs. Gauge is installed, fitting is transferred. It is now time to put the dash back in the car. Alright, so the light works. And now let's make sure the gauge works. Looks good. Let it warm up a little bit and then just make sure it operates as it should, but I think we're good to go. Give the dash a little wipe down and everything after we had it out, but this thing is awesome. This video and all the finishing touches on the SRT-4 are finally completed. If you guys found this video helpful or interesting, or have a friend that might, please feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, and drop a comment down below if there's additional content you'd like to see or suggest on the channel. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day.